So I'm trying to go to sleep, y'all. They having sex right there. I mean, of course they wouldn't have the balls to say anything to my face. I mean, let's be for real. Like, it smelled like dirty drawers, and she's not gonna touch me. Like, she's all barking, no bite. Oh my goodness. Welcome back to another video. We finna get into it. It's your girl Leah Huncho. I'm gonna need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe before we get into the video. And before we start, a little disclaimer: this video is not to start any drama, not to bash anyone, and not to shame anybody. That's not my job. You should feel shame yourself. Let's just get to the story. So we got three main characters, y'all. I'm holding out 4 fingers. We got 3 main characters. We're gonna call the first one Baby Python. We're gonna call the second one a garden snake. And we're gonna call the third one Bulldog. Okay? Let's go back to move-in day. Move-in day, I knew I had 2 roommates, but I didn't know like who they were. So I'm moving in or whatnot. And come to find out they're cousins. So immediately I felt like my back was up against the wall. Like, you're in a room with 2 other girls and their family members. So they seemed cool, whatever, and I think that same night we had like a little kickback by Kleist, and they invited me out with them. However, I felt left out. They already had their group of friends and stuff like that, so I just kind of felt left out. Like, I just was like, okay, I'm gonna just stay to myself. Like, there's no reason for me to hang out with them. They already got their group of friends. I'm just stay to myself. We're gonna be cordial because we're roommates, but I'm just not gonna try to befriend them. So anyways, that's when I noticed, as we like stand together, we cordial, and I'm not really saying too much. I'm very quiet to myself in my little box. I noticed red flag number 1 is that they will always talk about their friends to each other. So I was like, how do y'all hang out with these people? But yeah, y'all come in this room and I'm listening. I'm quiet. I can hear everything. And they sit there and talk about their friends, how they don't like one of them, how one of them da-da-da-da-da-da. So that should have been my red flag number 1. I should have noticed that off the jump. Anyways, y'all, I keep looking down because I got notes on my phone. Y'all. So at that time, I had started to become closer with the garden snake versus Baby Python. Baby Python was always out and about with different boys, partying with girls, you know, just always out and about. Garden Snake was more like me. Like, she was always in the room with me. We would talk and stuff. She would even tell me stuff about Baby Python. That's how I know so much about them, because Garden Snake will always tell me about her family issues, her problems, Baby Python problems. I'm not going to say that because that's just not who I am. I'm not going to expose their family issues because they family ain't did nothing to me. And Garden Snake ain't really even did nothing to me, but I just feel like she's in this because of her cousin. Anywho, so I was always closer with Garden Snake, but like me and Baby Python would like say hi and stuff like we would communicate too. My first issue with them is they never really had anything. So when we moved in, granted, I'm not the richest person, or I'm not rich at all. I'm probably the poorest person at this college, to be real. I worked for everything I had. So, and the way they made it seem, they worked too, and we was kind of like in the same boat. Like, we were like kind of less fortunate and stuff like that. So they really never had anything. But me as roommates, I was like, okay, you know, we roommates, like, we gotta work together, get through this year together. Like, I don't mind if y'all will borrow my stuff. Like, I didn't have a mini fridge, so I would use their mini fridge when I needed to, and then they would use my microwave, and they would use my broom. But then it started getting like they didn't have nothing. They would ask for my hair things, my lash products. Like, I'm not about to keep throwing out what they asked for, but just know, like, they were pretty much very needy. But like, as the semester went on, we became friends. So it was like, not only are we roommates, we are also friends. So it's like, I don't count favors with my friends. So that was my second issue. So fast forward, we're cool. We will always go out. I have my other friend on the side, which is Ashanti. Me and her always hang out. Like, that's the one friend that I had through all of this that stayed down. So anyways, we started going out more. They had their little group of friends, and at this time, they had kind of brought me into their group. So it was me, Baby Python, Garden Snake, and like 3 other girls or whatever, plus my friend Ashanti, and we would always like go out and have parties. So it was this one incident when we went out. I came back to the room. Baby Python, of course, was somewhere else, probably getting laid. I don't know. And Garden Snake wasn't here. She was in here with the boy. So we was going to sleep or whatever. It was nighttime. Like, I had came from a party. I had went to wash and everything. Let me not leave that out. I had went to wash after this party. I came back, got ready for bed. I think we had class the next day. It was like a meltdown type thing. As I'm trying to sleep, all I hear is the bed creaking, moaning. I ain't even gotta go into details, but y'all already know what was going on, literally, while I was in the room. So I'm trying to go to sleep, y'all. They having sex right there. I didn't say nothing, because I'm like, this is my homegirl, but listen, that sex stuff gotta go, baby. Like, I'm not going for it. Like, but I didn't say anything, so they probably think I'm sleeping, I'm quiet. And now, since I hear them having sex, I'm not even trying to breathe. I'm not trying to blink an eye. Like, I'm dead quiet because I don't want them to know that I'm up. So the next morning, I wake up, the boy's still here. So they was like, oh, did you hear us? And I lied. I was like, no, I didn't. I don't know what y'all talking about. I didn't want to make it weird, so I lied like I didn't know what was going on. Fast forward, the same boy that was here that night prior, he was here the whole day after that. So I came back in the room from class. He's still here, and he was on the phone with some other dude. We're gonna call the dude he was on the phone with Bulldog. So anyways, he was like, oh, sha-da-da-da-da. Basically, they trying to set me up with Bulldog. So Bulldog was like, oh, yeah, she kind of cute, whatever, da-da-da. That same day, or maybe the next day, I don't really remember, Bulldog came over. So at that time, I really wasn't feeling Bulldog. I don't know how to explain it. It just wasn't giving. So, but, you know, we was vibing, whatever, you know, cool, laughing it up, arguing, you know, flirting almost, flirting. So time go by, Bulldog would come over all the time, you know, Baby Python would be here, Garden Snake would be here, you know. So after a while, me and Bulldog started to have some complications between the situationship. And every time he would come over, I would notice Baby Python shaking up in his face, asking for his vape, like flirting in my face. Both of them, not just her, both of them. But I just feel like as a friend, as a friend, as a female, I kind of expect men to be doggish like that. Like, I'm not expecting nothing more from this dude. But as my homegirl, I was like, okay, girl, you kind of flirting with Bulldog. He's not my man, but he's my man. You know what I'm saying? But he not. You know what I'm saying? So, like, anyways, yeah. So I was like, I would always ask him, I was like, why are you flirting with Baby Python? Like, what is going on? Like, kind of already peeping it. And prior before this, I told both Baby Python and Garden Snake that I had a situation where my friends was dealing with my exes and stuff. Like, they just was being real sneaky behind my back. So I explained that to them. So I would think that they both understand where I'm coming from, right? So fast forward, we like some months after. One night, Garden Snake and her boyfriend took me to cookout. And me and Bulldog are not communicating anymore. So while we were in the car, I asked Garden Snake boyfriend, I was like, hey, can you put me on with one of your friends? Well, one of your other friends, because I don't like the Bulldog that I was literally just talked to. I don't really like him, so what other friend do you have? So he was like, oh, I'm not putting you on with none of my friends. You did him wrong. So I was like, what? How I did him wrong? And then that's when Garden Snake said, oh, she's not the only one who did him wrong. So at that very moment, I'm like, hold on. What do y'all know that I don't know? Like, I'm instantly trying to calculate what did he do wrong to me that y'all know of that I don't know. So I was like, what he did? And mine, I tell y'all, him and Baby Python was flirting. So I kind of already felt like there was something going on, but I just didn't have no proof, no evidence. So I was like, what? Did Bulldog and Baby Python have sex? And then they started laughing. So that's when Garden Snake was like, no, but he tried to. So I was like, hold on. And we at cookout. When they're telling me this, we in a car at cookout. I'm trying to eat. My appetite immediately it vanished. Because I'm like, hold on. Y'all mean to tell me everybody knew that Baby Python and Bulldog Well, Bulldog was trying to have sex with Baby Python. And nobody told me, nobody felt the need to tell me that was going on. And it's not even that. I was still communicating with this boy. Like, we wasn't how we was, but I was still calling him, trying to get him to come over or whatnot. And she was in my face, looking at me, call this dude. You don't even want to warn me that this dude is trying to have sex with you behind my back, and y'all not even gonna tell me? From a credible source, I did find out that Baby Python and Bulldog did end up having sex. And she did also have sex with two other his own boys. So he will be the third one in that friend group. So yeah. So y'all got me looking stupid. So anyways, in the car, they was laughing. So I felt like y'all trying to play me like I'm dumb. So at that very moment, I wanted to expose everything that Garden Snake was doing behind her boyfriend's back. Yeah, like, you know, cheating on him. But you know, like, I'm not even that type of person. I'm not trying to do an eye for eye. I'm trying to get my situation handled. So I'm like, you know, I ain't even gonna say nothing. She laughing. I was like, y'all weird. Like, I was telling her in her face, y'all are very weird. Like, that's weird to me. I was like, hi, y'all. Why y'all tell me? Y'all weird for that. Y'all weird for that. So I kept telling them she was weird. She was like, well, I didn't know you and Bulldog was even for real. Y'all was even da-da-da-da. So I just didn't think it would even matter to tell you da-da-da-da. I'm like, girl, what? You know how me and Bulldog was. You was literally there every time Bulldog came over. What do you mean you didn't know what? So anyways, that same night, Baby Python had stayed behind. I was supposed to pick up Baby Python's food and bring it to her, and Garden Snake was going to go to her boyfriend's room. So I had got Baby Python food. And I was like, the whole time, I want to throw Baby Python food away because that, you kept a secret behind my, you held a secret from me. Behind my back, it had me stupid in my face. Had me looking stupid in my face. So anyways, I bring Baby Python her food. I ate my food. I was like, I'm not gonna, because I was gonna say something to her that night, but I was like, it's not worth it. It's already done. They already did it behind my back. I just don't feel the need to trust them anymore. So the next day, I woke up. I didn't say nothing to them. This is around South Carolina State homecoming week, so it was like a lot of stuff going on over there. She asked me if I was going to the concert. I kept it straight. No, I'm not going. I didn't even tell them why. I basically didn't talk to them. I shut down expeditiously. Then she was saying like I had a part to play in this. The only part I felt like that I could have done better, or the only thing I feel like I could have done better was communicate how I felt. And that's something I gotta work on as in general. Like I don't like usually when I feel some type of way, I just shut down. Like I don't like to talk about it. Not, like maybe, you know, a month from now I'll tell you like, yeah, I ain't had like when you did this. But in this predicament, I kind of felt like they knew they were wrong. So they kind of was like, I don't know how to explain this. So I just didn't talk to them. Like I didn't talk to them. We was in the same room. I would literally wake up every day, go to sleep every day, not say a word. I would be so freaking quiet, like on my phone, on my laptop, like literally not saying nothing to them. One night, it's like 3 days later, I had got the news. She told me, you know, I'm still not talking. One night, we having a conversation, and it was the other 3 girls that usually hang out with us. They were in the room too. And Garden Snake starts to tell us how one time a while back, she slept with one of her friend's boyfriend. So immediately, I jumped in the conversation. I was like, that's so dead wrong. I was like, I hate when girls go behind my back and mess with my exes. I said, I can't keep a nigga to myself. I was saying stuff like that. Now, that may have been a little shady. I ain't gonna lie. That was a little shady. Because I had told them prior that girls had did that to me before. So it's just like, it kind of it struck the nerve for me. It was like, girl, I told you this. You did this before. And now y'all kind of doing it to me again. But anyways, so Baby Python and Garden Snake went in the bathroom. Instantly, I knew they was going to talk about me. I mean, of course, they wouldn't have the balls to say anything to my face. I mean, let's be for real here. They went in the restroom. Anyways, next, you get no cool points for going in the bathroom and talking about somebody. I didn't have no proof that they was talking about me, but I just had a feeling. And my feeling is never wrong. So yeah, so at that point, I was like, okay, they definitely talking about me. Why do y'all both get up to go use the bathroom at the same time after I said that was weird and I hate when girls do that? So anyways, after that incident, they kind of kept throwing slide comments. Baby Python will be like, oh, I hate girls at this school, blah, blah, blah. And then Garden Snake will be like, oh, laughing like she would. This is my thing. Garden Snake was never the the hype one. She's the low-key one. She don't really do too much. She don't really start too much. It's Baby Python. Because they are a family, Baby Python gets garden snakes and things that she shouldn't even be involved in. Like this. This should have strictly been between me and her. But because she knew too, and then we all were friends, it's like I kind of, you know. So anyways, and in my mind, I'm like, I'm literally not going to pay this any mind because y'all are talking about me but not talking. Y'all are talking about me indirectly in my face. It's like, y'all get no cool points for that. Y'all literally look like, y'all look mad scary right now. Like, there's nothing to even discuss. Y'all not going to say nothing to me in my face. Like, y'all not even going to say my name in the situation. So, I'll say about 2 days later, I'm sitting in bed, like, I'm laying facing the wall, facing the window. And they're, like, over there by the door getting ready to go out or something they was doing. And Garden Snake was on the phone with her sister. So, I ain't really even listening to the conversation, right? I'm on the phone, I think. I believe I was doing something. I wasn't paying them any attention. And I heard my name. So, I was like, hold on. What? So I paused my conversation. I stopped putting my listening ears on. I was like, hold on. And then I heard Garden Snake say, oh, I got to tell you about that. I got to tell you about that. I was like, I'm going to wait till she got off the phone to address it. You know, just so it can just be us three. It won't be no extra yelling in the background, you know, whatever. So I'm going to wait till she get off the phone to say something. So the whole time she on the phone, I'm like, okay, how can I address this situation without taking it, without being, you know, dramaful, without creating chaos? You know, because immediately, like, when I talk, people think I'm always being rude. So I'm trying to think of what to say, how to say it, so it won't come off as, oh, I'm trying to fight. Like, I'm literally just trying to figure out what's the issue. Like, why y'all keep talking about me in my face indirectly? Like, you know, like, say what you got to say directly in my face. You know what I'm saying? If you got to say something. I turn around on my bed, and I sat up just like this. I said, do y'all have a problem with me? So she was like, Garden Snake was like, no. Do you have a problem with Baby Python? I said, for what? You know, I'm trying to figure out why would they think I have a problem with them. She was like, oh, over Bulldog. So let me pause right there. The situation is not about the boy. It's not about him. Because like I said, I expect boys to do that. I literally do not expect nothing more out of them. I expect them to do that.
And I had to clear this up. It's not, I was saying, like, it's not about the boy because there was an incident like before this where we both like found out we were talking to the same boy, or when she had talked to a boy and I had ended up talking to a boy and we did not know, and we just kind of brushed it off because like that's bound to happen. We from a small city and we go to a small HBCU, so it's like it's bound to come across the same guy. But it's like it's not even about that. It's about how you supposed to be my friend, yet you not telling me something that could possibly hurt or benefit me. Like it can do anything. So I just wanted them to keep it about with me.
You are my friend. Why wouldn't you tell me? You know what I'm saying? Just why wouldn't you tell me?
Also, if she had told me that he had texted her trying to have sex, I would have put her on point because it's evident that he was trying to have sex with you because you already had sex with two of his friends and he know that you easy. So it's evident that he wanted to get the easiest thing, and me and him wasn't having sex, so he's seen that he couldn't try it with me, so guess where he went? To the easiest option.
And then when you did tell me, why did you laugh? That's not funny. I didn't think that was funny. Nothing about that was funny, especially because I was already accusing y'all of having something going on. You should have been like, you know what, Leah, you kind of is right because he did text me. You know what I'm saying? That just would have been a nice gesture. I said, it's not over no nigga. That's not the reason because y'all know I got a roster. Like, I'm not even trying to sound like a hoe or nothing, but like I had plenty of guys that I was entertaining. So it's like it wasn't over no nigga. Like he dropped and I got two more. So next, anyway, Baby Python can get any nigga she want. She don't want him. He was texting her. So whole time she's speaking, I'm like, why you keep bringing up him? It's not him. It's her. It's Baby Python. It's both of y'all because y'all both knew and didn't tell me. We sleep in the same room at night. Y'all didn't think to tell me? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all didn't think I wouldn't want to know that information? You know what I'm saying? I just want to know. Drop in the comments. Let me know if I'm tripping. Like, if I'm over-exaggerating. Like, if I'm being dramatic. Like, I just feel like I was right in this situation. And I feel like the way I confronted them was like, I I didn't feel like it was wrong at all. I just asked them if they had a problem with me. They could have just been like, no, cool. I was like, I don't have a problem with y'all. I just didn't like what y'all did. I was like, I just don't like want to kick it with y'all no more. I just didn't like that. And I told them that. So as we are debating, Baby Python starts to get bucking. She injured her way by my bed. I'm sitting up like this on my bed. Like, literally, I'm just sitting chill because I'm really trying to solve the issue. She getting loud and rowdy. I'm like, girl, I must have struck a nerve because why you getting rowdy? And then she's not gonna touch me. Like, she's all barking, no bite. And so I kept projecting my voice. I'm not yelling. I just had to make my voice louder so that they both can hear me over Baby Python, because she's yelling for what? I'm right here, I'm talking to you. The same way I'm talking now is how I was talking to them. So I just feel like there was no need for that. So we're arguing at this point. Like, we're arguing because she's yelling, and I don't really take too kindly that you're not finna yell at me and